Okay, we are rolling. Go, guys.
Okay. I don't like this feeling.
No.
This is why I'm behind the camera. What do we talk about?
So we're hosting. We're introing.
Well, we've swapped roles, haven't we? So I'm in charge of cameras and sound.
Are the cameras rolling?
I think so.
Yeah, is it playing?
They framed right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the audio working?
I mean, you're missing a guest.
Yeah, Daisy, where's our guest, Daisy?
Oh, no. Nope, so a bit late.
Suits you, Becky. You look great with them on. Behind the camera.
I mean, it's a bit more relaxing back here. I can,
It's quite nice. You can just chill. You can
it's
Yeah,
nice.
you're watching it. It's such good quality with all the lighting and stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
It does look good from here.
Yeah.
So go on then. What's your episode?
It's a bonus episode.
I think it's about us today.
It's about us. Just
The
about
episode's
us.
about us. It's going to be interesting.
The tables have been turned.
Yeah.
Tables have been turned.
I don't like it.
Turn them back.
Yeah.
I think it suits you both.
I think you both.
Here you
You're
go.
smashing
We don't
it.
need you guys anymore.
At least I know if I turn up with a sore throat one day and can't talk, that you guys can do this.
Everyone will be there.
We can hide. Me? I
You'll
think
be
you're
there.
very much in the seat as well. And we're here. Well, let's roll the episode, I guess. If that's what you say, Becky.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Behind the Future. I'm joined today by the wonderful Daisy, as my co-host. Daisy, introduce yourself, please.
I'm Daisy and I'm a third year digital marketing student based in Leeds.
Amazing. It's lovely to have you back.
Thank you for having me back.
Wow, we've got a bit of a problem though, haven't we?
Yes, there's no one opposite.
No, we're missing our guests. So these things happen. People are unwell sometimes. But why would we miss out the opportunity to film? But I don't know, what could we film, Daisy?
Well, I'm thinking we've got two people sat behind the camera. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Chris, Erin?
Oh, good idea.
Not sure.
I know, it's good. There's lots of people that want to have a career, especially behind the camera, as well as in front of it.
Yeah.
That is true.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
convincing them.
We're doing it.
Convincing them. I think we should get
Yeah.
the Osmo and give this a go, see what happens.
Let's do it, yeah. Right, okay. Right, so how do I use this? Let's do the studio. Oh, we can see you all.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording. We're live. Right, let's stand up.
Okay, so you need that.
Grab the microphone. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm hoping you can pick
Perfect. Right, if I stand here. Right, so Erin, the spotlight's on you.
Hello.
So we're filming the podcast. What are you in charge of? What do you do?
Right, let me take the mic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I will help post-production, organising it, kind of editing the social bits, getting that all scheduled out. Chris does a lot more of the techie stuff and the editing base, but I will help and support him with that. Pick out some good social clips, making sure it's kind of click-worthy and people are engaged and wanting to watch the podcast. Coming up with the titles of the podcast, and kind of, just organising it, scheduling it, project managing it. There's a lot to do, you wouldn't think, but it's fun. Everything's different, and it's, that's my job. Chris, as you can tell, that's why we're behind the camera, not in front of the camera.
You're going to career?
Yeah, so I'm head of video and I basically set up all the cameras for the podcast setup in this little dungeon at the drum. So we have a bit of a setup. You can see sort of all the cameras down here. There's 3 cameras. We normally have 3 guests, so we have a camera on each guest. So this camera here is like a wide camera, and we can see now in it, there's Becky. I kind of call it the Becky cam, because whenever Becky talks, whenever Becky is speaking on the podcast, it will cut to this camera. We have a camera over here, which is the guest cam. So whenever they talk, it will cut to them. And then we also have like the student cam here. So basically, once everything's set up, we've got all the lights. We record the 4 episodes in a day. I have to then take it back to my laptop, edit all the 4 episodes, send episodes over to Erin and Lucy, and we basically have to listen to all the podcasts again, and then that allows us to pick out any cut downs that we want and any trailers, anything that we need to cut out. Most of the time we don't need to cut things out, but and from then on we just sort of make the cut downs, and that's kind of it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get it all scheduled out.
Get it all scheduled. And yeah, so then once the cut downs are made, we add subtitles, we pick our favourite cut downs, and then Erin will do the scheduling and make sure they go out, and it's once every week. So we send them out every week at the moment, every Thursday.
Amazing. Lovely. Should we get
To Lulu.
Yeah, my go.
Don't want to forget you.
No, can't. So I'm new to this, but today my job's behind the scenes, so greeting guests, making sure drinks are replenished, keeping on top of time. But yeah, it'll be a fun time. So what actually happens. Who should I pass it to?
These events would not, these podcasts wouldn't happen without these three fantastic people behind the scenes. And we swap in and out, don't we? So Lucy comes, Amy comes. But yeah, these days don't happen without you guys. And it's nice to be able to show you off and to talk about what you do. I think there's other bits of tech we use as well. So like Erin, you'll have Otter AI running. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, so Otter AI is a live transcript. So we run it while the podcast is going on. It helps if guests forget what they've said. They're like, oh no, what did I just say? What was my point? Where was I getting at? 'Cause, you know, people can ramble. So it's being able to look back and being able to like, this is what you were talking about. So it's being able to have that live conversation with them, so the podcast like flows and the episode flows. So that's really handy, and I think it works quite a lot. You don't realise people need it, but they do quite often.
It's been so helpful because even though like I'm in the conversation and I'm listening, sometimes then if they like, oh, I want to do that bit again, I'm like, I can't remember what you were saying, even though and they can't remember either. So yeah, it's been a godsend having that.
Yeah,
really helps.
It's something we put in, I want to say, the last 10 maybe 10 episodes, I want to say, but before that obviously we didn't use it, and it was kind of something we feel like it was an added extra to help with the guests, to make them feel more comfortable as well, so they had that kind of backup if they needed it.
And I guess talking about AI, Chris, we got some AI software that helps do some of the edits.
Yep. So we use AutoPod, which allows us when we put the podcast into Premiere Pro, which is the software I use. You basically select what camera is for which person, and which audio, because obviously the free Rode mics, podcast mics, all record into this unit here, and so I then sync this to the camera audio, and then I have to tell AutoPod which person is on what camera and what audio, and then you press go basically, and it selects each camera every time someone's talking, and it takes like 20 seconds. Whereas if I was to do it myself, I'd listen to an hour's episode. By the time you've paused and cut cameras, it takes like an hour and a half to edit each one. So that's great. That does that. And then we use AutoCut for the subs for the cut downs. And again, it just does these pop-up subs, which just saves me a lot of time. Probably saves hours. So.
It's incredible, isn't it, to have that technology? It makes it much smoother and much easier. Like we've shot episodes, haven't we, and got them out the same week before. So that's it's a lot of hard work that goes into it. What else though? Like what's been your favourite episodes, guys?
We were saying that earlier, weren't we? What was it, Carlos?
Oh, Carlo.
Carlo, sorry, yeah, that was a very good one. I think he just had a really, really good story, and it's just gone from being, having not the nicest life to now, I think, just doing very well, wasn't he? So that was a good story to hear.
Yeah, real inspiration.
Yeah, and I'd probably say mine. I loved the Sophie Miller episode. I thought that was great. I think what she has built is insane. I know, Daisy, you actually interviewed Sophie. So yeah, if you haven't watched that episode, definitely watch that one, because it's insane, like what she's done. Like she's just she's just built such an amazing network for people, and and she's brilliant to follow on LinkedIn as well. So definitely go over and do that if you haven't already.
And the Lucy Hall one was brilliant as well, wasn't it? With her One Direction onesies.
Yeah,
I love that.
Brilliant.
It was
so
such
good.
a story, wasn't it? Such a story.
Yeah, we've had some. It's hard to pick a favourite because they've all just been so good in their own ways, and they've all got such incredible stories, and they always bring so much knowledge. So yeah, I feel like I don't have a favourite, but yeah, they're just the Carlo one, Sophie one. They were brilliant. They were very good.
Yeah, and I guess as much as this is aimed at students, like we all learn something from every single episode without fail, which is just brilliant. Like I come away buzzing and newly inspired and like, oh, that was so good. So yeah, I enjoy it. Like once the guest's gone, we're like, oh, that was so brilliant, wasn't it? We've had such a good time. So, and what's it like for you, Daisy, as a guest, I guess? Let's spin the camera on you. Let's put the camera in the cameraman's hands.
Should I sit back down? No, I'll stand up. What was this question? Sorry, I was too close to the mic.
What's it like for you? Because obviously this is your second time on, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like first time coming on as a student, how did you feel?
I was so nervous. I was the night before, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to a guest interview. But honestly, it's the best experience. It's so fun to meet people that I'm very much like starting out in my career in the like marketing industry, the digital industry. But people that are just absolute championing their fields is amazing. They're super inspiring. And like you said, you're buzzing. It's so like when you're sat there, you're almost like enthusiastic, but not like the adrenaline that you get is absolutely amazing. I love that's why I've come back.
Yeah.
Come back for more, yeah.
We loved having you on as well. Like, yeah, because I guess it's interesting with the students, especially with the first time, you can tell they're nervous and it's like we try and do everything we can to try and calm their nerves because it is just a conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also you're slightly older as a student because you're at university. We often have secondary school, like sixth form students, which this is so daunting, like to be in London on their, well, not on their own, they're with us, but like without their friends or family. And then suddenly like talking to someone that works in the industry and having to ask them questions. But yeah, like one of our jobs is also to try and keep them calm and relaxed.
It's the skills that they can learn though from actually putting themselves in like a harder situation that they may not have been in before, but the skills you learn from that are so transferable. And if they do want to have a career in the digital field, then you need to learn these skills, and the younger the better, because you're just going to be more confident by the time you actually get to the age where networking is so super duper important.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, and so is content creation, isn't it? Yeah, like definitely. I think it's such a huge part of business now, like whether you're selling to consumers or you're selling in business to business, like being able to be comfortable on camera, interviewing people, talking to people, creating your own content, like it's a whole industry in itself, but it's just never been more important. So actually to be like 16 years old and getting in front of a camera and creating content, like brilliant, like absolutely setting up for success. So no, it's lovely. So I suppose the other thing is the prep side of it, isn't it? So how do we find our guests? Well, at the moment, I've been doing a lot of that. So using Network, where with Aspiration Digital, we're often inviting speakers and we're trying to find businesses that care about helping the next generation. We come across lots of different people that we're like, you would be great to come and share your story, or people in your team might be good to share their stories. So we do a lot of research through LinkedIn trying to find people. And honestly, some of the guests we've had on it has literally been that we've seen that they regularly post talking about digital skills or supporting young people, or that they're just doing something really interesting themselves. But again, it's through their personal brand that we find them, send them a message. Would you like to come on? Here's some sample episodes. We'd love to invite you on. And then once they say yes, we send them a Google form that they fill in where we're asking them questions, and then those become our briefing sheets for the students to be able to get a bit of time to prep so they can have a think about what do they want to ask, and they're not going in completely cold. And then there's normally a bit of time on the day when the guest arrives, but it depends how we're running to time. Sometimes the guest is already here and we literally sit down and there isn't any time to have a little chat. And then we just get into it. It's a natural conversation. So actually we don't want it to be too contrived or too prepped. It's kind of enough that hopefully the student, and maybe Daisy, you can speak to whether this has felt that way, but you know enough that you've got some ideas about what you might want to say, but actually you're ready to follow the conversation and go with where it's going.
Lovely.
Yeah. How does it feel for you from a prep point of view when you get those sheets across with info?
So when I'm prepping, I go straight onto LinkedIn. Obviously, I read through the Google document just so I can get a bit of a rough idea of who this person is and what they do. But for my personal prep, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm massive. I always connect up with them. I'm like massive on like growing my personal LinkedIn, and just sort of seeing what they do, what they've been up to. Because sometimes I think I can in the episode I can always ask, I can see you've done this recently. How was that? And just sort of getting a bit of like knowing them on like a personal level. So when I come in, it's not completely alien, and I know them, and I'm like, okay, we've got some common ground. Like, oh, I know that. I know about this. I know about that. But then as far as the conversation goes in the episode, it just flows. They end up saying something that you then bring up, and it just flows so nicely. It's always such an enjoyable conversation.
Definitely.
It's just always just starting though. That's the most nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah. When I come to you and I'm like, introduce yourself, and you're like,
The
what do I
lights,
say?
oh my God.
But yeah.
After that, it's completely fine. You just forget they're there.
Yeah, definitely. And to be fair, do you know what? This episode's going to be great for anyone that comes on in future. They can watch it and feel a
Can
bit
see
more prepared
everything.
from the background, see the small space that we're in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I feel like, Erin, you didn't touch on enough maybe of like, I think that's probably you, just like, yeah, I do some bits, but like so much, like episodes would not reach out into the world without you. Tell us a bit more about the work that you do.
Lovely.
Yes. So, from how we put the episode out there, we host on an RSS platform, which is, it's a host for podcasts, and basically you pop it on that one singular place, and then it pushes out to all the podcast channels there are. Obviously, you're not going onto every single podcast place there is and you're uploading onto there. That would just take hours. So you're able to host on just one platform, and we choose RSS, and then that pushes it out to any podcast platform you listen to a podcast. So obviously Spotify, Apple, Google, all the main ones, and then all the smaller ones as well. So we push it onto there. And then what goes with that is we have a video which goes onto Spotify. Because if you listen to an episode on your phone, you can also actually watch the episode on Spotify there as well. As well as that, we have the video on YouTube. A lot of people, personally me, I prefer to watch the episodes. I enjoy seeing that interaction, seeing that person. So it's always nice to have it on YouTube as well as an option. And then obviously we've got socials. So socials is a big part. As Becky said, content creation is such a big part for businesses now, and it's how people get seen, how people get noticed. So we make sure that's a big part of our podcast. So we clip down every episode. We do about 3 clips. We usually do one before the day of the release, one of the day of the release, and then one a couple of days after as like a catch up. And they are interesting clips. We want the parts that people are going to find engaging and want to find out more, and get them to go and watch the full episode. So we always really think about what them clips are going to be from the main episode. The one rule we always lead by is if the first 3 to 5 seconds aren't interesting, that's not the right clip. We know how much of a savage world TikTok can be, and you're just scrolling. I'm the same. I literally just doom scroll, and if it doesn't interest you, you're going to go straight on to the next video, which hopefully would. So we make sure that first 5 seconds really tries to grab people's attention, and most of the time get something from that episode, or get that from that clip, to then make sure they go on to that episode. So it could be a tip for a student, it could be an interesting story they've got, it could be a little name drop. We love a little name drop if they've got an interesting story. We all know something about a celebrity or some kind of gossip. And then they also get put onto Instagram and also YouTube Shorts as well, which we're trying. But I think it's good to put ourselves in the mind of a student and understand what they want to see, and we're always just doing it for them and trying to educate them.
Definitely. And I guess if we've got any regular listeners out there listening to this episode, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you like, what maybe you think we could do better or differently, because we don't know, do we? We ask our student guest hosts to give us feedback, and we've run some focus groups before, but if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I wish you'd do this, or I want you to know this bit's brilliant, keep doing it, then tell us, reach out to us via TikTok or Instagram, because we'd love that feedback. It would really, really help us and help us make sure that this show is the show you want to listen to, and that helps shape your career, because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not trying to gain anything from it apart from educating. And I think that's such an important part to make sure that we get across, is that we're doing this for students, we're doing this for them.
Yeah. A lot of effort goes into it, doesn't it? And as you've probably seen. So
these are our goodie bags that all the guests and people that come onto the podcast receive after joining. So you get an AD tote bag, and then inside we've loaded up with some of our goodies. So you've got a notepad, and you can also see these on the table as well over there. Any little ideas you've got, pop them down, obviously with your AD pen to remember. Also, we have a little card, so you're able to find our podcast, because why would you not want to watch what you've just filmed? And then my favourite bit, this is last, these are our new mugs. So here they are, the AD little travel mug. They're super cute, very practical. Definitely be stealing one of these as well. I have to hide them in the office just so no one else takes them. But yeah, these are secretly hidden in the office. Yeah,
don't tell the team.
I know. No
Let's
one
hope they're not watching.
Yeah,
they are brilliant. They accompany me on every dog walk now.
I do know.
Those mugs are so good. Yeah, I've got one. Sorry, I stole one.
Oh no.
But they are brilliant. Love it. Well, is that, what do you say, Chris? That's a wrap, is it? Yeah. Cut.
That's a wrap. Well done.